It's time now for our Angel of the Day. It's Tamera Nalls of Journey to a Young Lady.
We're talking to this very distinguished young lady. We're talking about some positive things that are going on in and around our community. And Tamera, first of all, I understand you have an organization, a ministry, Journey to Young Lady. Is it Journey to Young Lady?
Yes, it is. It's Journey of a Young Lady, and it's an organization that really seeks to impact the lives of young ladies ages 13 through 19 here in the community in Dallas area.
Yes. Now talk to us about what prompted you to come forth with this ministry, and what are you finding?
Well, the Lord, I was looking for a ministry, organization for my daughter, and I couldn't find one that fit her needs. And so a few of us mothers got together, and then we just started taking our daughters out and instilling some of those values and things that we wanted to instill in them. And my daughter had, kind of voiced her views and interest in business. And she would carry a briefcase at age 2. So that's how we knew, okay, this young lady's going to be about business when she gets older. And so since I couldn't find one, I created one around her gifts, skills, and talents and found out that there was a need for it here in Dallas.
Yes. Journey, is it called Journey of a Young Lady?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, also, what else do you do in terms of the broader community?
Well, the broader community, we go out, we allow young ladies, first of all, we're active in the community. And so for the last 3 years, we've signed up over 600 new ambassadors for Susan G. Komen, for breast cancer, for the Circle of Promise portion of it. And so we're actively within the community. We volunteer with Self-Esteem Elevated for their annual dinner for the women's shelter. So we also show these girls that growing up and having your dreams and living your dreams, you also need to pour back into the community as well. And so that's a big part of what we do.
And with the family, as we look at the family now, it seems like we have, it's rare when you find two-parent households. Are you running into young ladies that you can help mold them when there's a lack of parents in the home?
And that's exactly what takes place. A lot of times, even with two-family households, both family members' parents are working. So they really don't have the time to maybe instill some of these things or provide these opportunities for these young ladies. That's where Journey of the Young Lady fills the gap. We're able to work with them with business. We provide leadership opportunities. They become community ambassadors for Susan G. Komen. We have an apprentice program where we pair them up with a woman in business, and they train them on how to run that business from the ground level up for 5 weeks. So it's an intensive. And so these young ladies come out ahead of the game when they go to college. They're not going to college to figure out who they want to be. They're going to college to expand what they already know they have an interest in.
Yes. And with teenage pregnancy being such a problem, how do you steer these young ladies to stay on the straight and narrow?
Well, one thing that I found through our training is that you really don't have to preach abstinence if you build a solid foundation on who they are. So if they're clear on who they are and you instill character traits like forgiveness, like love, like faithfulness, like integrity, when you begin to instill those character traits within these young ladies, we very rarely talk about abstinence, but part of our ministry, our foundational scripture is 1 Timothy 4 and 12, and that's don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example to believers in speech, life, love, faith, and in purity. And so when you start instilling those other areas, they just won't let anybody come and handle them any kind of way. They just won't let anyone come in and mistreat their bodies any kind of way. They have a standard that they set about themselves.
Yes. And Tamera, one last quick question for you. What do you see in terms of the future for this organization?
Oh, wow. There's times, and anybody who runs a nonprofit organization or is out in the community, it gets hard sometimes. But just knowing and seeing these young ladies, they become my babies, and seeing how they grow from 9th grade and when they get ready to graduate, it just inspires me to keep going. There's much work to be done, and I'm here, and however the Lord wants to use me, that's where I want to be.
All right. Well, Tamera, once again, we want to thank you so much for being with us at this time and giving us this information. And may the Lord continue to bless and keep this ministry. And we just thank you for what you're doing, the powerful contribution you're making to the community.